What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back on the post-game recap, man. As unfortunately, our Lakers fall to the Milwaukee Bucks, man. Horrible, horrible showing, horrible game, 112-97. We came out and played great in that first quarter. I don't know at what point Andre Drummond gets injured. That was such a bummer. Again? Oh, another injury bug has bitten, man. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. Hopefully not more than 1 or 2 games. But man, I'm gonna tell you something, guys. There wasn't all negatives to take out of this game. I'm gonna talk some positives, but what is going on with our backcourts, man? Tonight they play like crap. Y'all know I love THC, but they play like crap tonight. This is by far the worst game in his career. Yeah, my man had like 6 turnovers. What are you doing? What are you doing? And then KCP again. What do you have? Like 2 points? Trash. I think it's time to revoke KCP's starting lineup card and give it to somebody else. Seriously. Dennis Schroder disappoints me. When he wants to play hard and with passion and smart, he does. And when he doesn't, my man out here handing out the inbounds pass to Drew Holiday. By the way, Drew Holiday dropped 28 on him, holding him to less than 20. Absolutely killed him, man. The referees were atrocious again tonight, but that's expected. They have star power. All of their players are healthy, so I didn't expect to win. But I expected a fight. And we came out. At first, I'm going to say this. This is the positive. Drummond immediately made an impact, meaning guys were hitting their shots. They were shooting a lot more fluidly, more comfortably. I told you guys, having a big man who can rebound down low is going to help your team out. They came out here, we hit like 8 3-pointers in the first half. But in that second quarter, man, it was atrocious. First off, I was so pissed off at Coach Frank Vogel for subbing out Drummond at the 5-minute mark, not even letting him play like the majority of the quarter, and then not bringing him back to like the 6-minute mark. And then also subbed out Kuzma, who started off hot, subbed out Markieff and just killed our momentum. I was mad. Like versus a team like the Bucks, just because you got a little 8-point lead, don't mean you got to take out your whole team, man. It wasn't even the end of the first quarter. I feel like his rotations are way off. By the way, I was pissed off he didn't play Marc Gasol off the bench. Did you guys see how solid he was when he came in the garbage minutes? I'm telling you guys, Marc Gasol's going to be very solid off the bench. Could have made a difference if he played him, if he was one of the first responders along with Montrezl Harrell. But instead, nope, didn't play him. We went small. We got dominated in the paint without Drummond. And again, I feel like he probably got injured at some point in that second quarter because to start the third, he came in. He didn't look the same. He didn't have explosion. He was getting blocked. I know Drummond's a lot better than that. So I'm just going to chop his game up to the injury, unfortunately. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. A lot of people are out here overreacting over game one. He only had 4 points, only 1 rebound. Bro got injured in the second quarter at some point and tried to change his shoes up, and he was still hurt. He had a toe contusion. That's very painful. Those of you that never played basketball, super painful. Look it up. Google it. I'm not going to explain it. I'm not a doctor. But it was just rough, man. And by the way, Milwaukee is trash. I'm super happy that they always get bounced out in the second or third round because their media outlet on Twitter was out here talking about, this AD is getting dominated just like the other AD. What kind of trash, team Twitter handler types in something against the injured player? That's like really ridiculous. But you know what? We're keeping these receipts just in case. Just in case, man. But bad game. Somebody, Clipper fans out here doing the voodoo dolls and stuff. Injuries continue to plague us, man. And there's just nothing we can do. We just got to, go through it, I guess. But I am disappointed in our guards, all of them. Tonight, none of them impressed me. Wesley Matthews kind of played all right, but everybody else was trash, man. Even my boy Dennis Schroder, he was trash. Even my boy KCP, trash. And especially my boy THC. They were all trash tonight, man. It's all bad. Rios, appreciate you, girl. She said, Dan, I can't take KCP anymore. I'm trying to have faith, but he disappoints me so much. I can't stand it anymore. Hashtag lose the starting role. I agree. I think it's overdue. I don't know why, but it feels like KCP got his bag, right? He got his money, and he stopped giving a damn. I don't know why. I have no idea why. He just stopped giving a damn. I don't know if he doesn't practice or he doesn't care, but he just makes really stupid mistakes. But at this point, I'm going to tell you this, man. Nobody in the shooting guard position impressed me tonight. part of that you have to give credit to the officials because they were allowing the Bucks to get away with everything. I mean, I saw the play where Caruso got blocked by Giannis. That should have been a foul. They were getting all the little ticky-tack fouls. We can't buy nothing. KCP to the bench. A lot of people can't stand KCP. I agree with you guys. I've been saying he has a lifetime membership to Frank Vogel's starting lineup. He shouldn't. Tonight he got outplayed by Wesley Matthews. If anything, if you want to go with a vet, start with Wes. That's what I would say. Gasol was decent. That's what I'm saying. Off the bench, he's going to be a lot better. So that was a positive. I loved what I saw from Gasol. I loved what I saw from the healthy version of Drummond when he was in there the first quarter. He seriously made an impact in the first 7 minutes. We were up, guys. We were up. We were shooting lights out. They felt the presence immediately. He got a block. He was out there. He had a nice little layup. He has a quick first step. So I'm just going to break down that part of his game. But I think in the second quarter, at some point, he got injured, and it showed. He didn't have any more lift. And he was getting blocked. He was turning the ball over. His toe was clearly bothering him. You could see. But again, there's only so much we can do. The injury bug continues to bite us, and we have to keep swimming. What seed are we now? I'm not going to check it because it's going to be updating on the regular, so I'm not going to stress out about that right now. Now, coming up on Friday, I think who do we play? I think we play the Sacramento Kings. That should be a dub, even though they're tough. Let me tell you, they're tough because De'Aaron Fox has been playing crazy good basketball. They have Rayshawn Holmes, who's pretty good in the paint. I'm not sure if Marvin Bagley is available, but they also have Buddy Hield. They got some young talent. That Tyrese Halliburton kid, the rookie, he's balling out. So it's gonna be a tough game, but we have to win, man. We have to win. If we don't win, now I'm gonna be upset because tonight I didn't expect to win. I expected competition, but we got that in the first quarter, and then we took the rest of the night off. Paul Theory, appreciate the donation on Cash App, bro. He said, we need Dion Waiters. You know what? I can see why people want Lance Stevenson and Waiters because we go through these horrific dry spells where we can't get offense from nobody, man. We turn the ball over and over again. We lose our rhythm. We let the team back in the bench. That's tough. But I will say this, it's not really the players. There's a lot of good ISO players that we have. Well, not a lot, but there's a couple. And unfortunately, we don't run any half-court sets. Just look at the way we run it. When we get into half-court, when we're not pushing in transition or running off of a stop, we don't have anything happening for us, guys. Guys have to go one-on-one and get these tough shots that in turn lead to transition buckets going the other way. So I understand the Dion Waiters, and I appreciate the donation for surely. But I will say we're okay. It's just our coach has to do a better job, man. There needs to be more movement without the basketball, ball movement, the rotations defensively got to be better. Everything has to improve. We were developing these horrible habits when we had LeBron and AD, and I told you they're going to come back to bite us. But I didn't know they were going to bite us this bad since we lost LeBron and AD. But no excuses. Guys have to step up, man. Guys have to step up. And for those of you trashing THT, he's a young player. He's going to make those mistakes, but he has to learn from them. If I was coach, I'd pull him off to the side, and I'd show him all the mistakes he made and how he has to take care of the basketball. And I'd probably bench him the next game just to prove a point. And then put him the next game to see if he made adjustments. And if he did, give him his minutes back. But if not, then start revoking his minutes little by little because he's a young player and he needs to get better. I mean, he started off the season extremely great, playing his role, not doing too much. Now I feel like he's not letting the game come to him. He's rushing everything. That's why he's traveling a lot. He's out here dribbling into defenders, trying to do too much by himself, especially when we don't have star players. The floor collapses because they can, roam around easy. They can't roam like that. See, what THC has to realize is he has to let the game come to him because defenders weren't roaming around like that when LeBron James and AD were out there on the floor because they have to stay attached. Therefore, THC, he can use his skill set to attack, penetrate, and do what he does. However, defense has adjusted because we don't have LeBron and AD. Now they're zeroing in on our key players. And THC, everybody knows the scouting report. He likes to drive. So they're taking away the lanes. They're reaching in there, and he's exposing the basketball. He has to make the adjustment. But he's young. He's very talented. I have no doubt he will make the adjustments in due time. Got to be patient with the kid, though. Y'all can't be trashing these kids like this. They're young. They're going to make mistakes. If they get minutes, like I said, it's going to be especially hard for them with no stars on the team. When you're going up against a team like Milwaukee, they have a lot of length. And see, this is what I mean. The knee-jerk fans like Blue Diamond, THT is an average player. He's a young player. He's going to be above average, and you're going to eat your words in the future. But I just hate how you guys go based off of a couple of games. Like, oh, it's almost like you guys. It's almost like you guys are attaching a death sentence to a player that gets in any kind of cold streak. Like, oh, kill this player off, trade this player off, cut this player, trash. Stop being so fair weather, man. He was trash tonight. He's been pretty bad the last couple of games, but he will improve. He's young. He's already shown us potential. You guys have short-term memory loss. I don't know what to tell you, man. Y'all gotta be some diehard basketball fans, man. Stop just knee-jerk reactions left and right. Ridiculous. How long is Drummond out for? I don't know. I'm checking my timeline right now, and I'm trying to see, man. I'm trying to see if there's any updates. If you guys get it before me, let me know. I'm gonna check my timeline, see if there's any sort of updates at all. We're gonna need to see some Andre Drummond. He's a damn 20-year-old. That's what I'm saying. People are ridiculous, but hey, I'm just here to simmer down, guys. It's just one game. We didn't expect to win tonight, surely, did we? I mean, we hope for it, but expectation is different, man. You guys are judging this Laker team as if they have LeBron and AD. They don't. X-rays were negative, so that is a positive. That is a positive on Andre Drummond's toe. But all in all, man, that's crazy. Like, how are we so cursed this season? We just every other game we get injured, man. Thank you for bringing some sense into people. I try. Lord knows I tried, man. But I'll be honest with you. I get tired of saying the same things over and over. All these people that are saying THC is trash are the same people that were saying Kuzma was trash and that were praising him now that he's playing better. It's just like, man, seriously, bro. Like, y'all just love to throw that word out. Like, words have no meaning. People are just super emotional nowadays, and they throw crazy words out there and just attach them to players. Like, oh, he's trash because he didn't please me today. Sound like a spoiled brat. He had a bad game. Chalk it up to the next game. He wasn't the reason we lost the game. He wasn't the reason we lost the game, man. The whole team's body language was trash coming out in that second half. We were only down 8 points. Dennis Schroder basically passed the ball to Drew Holiday, who was already killing him in the game, and gave up a layup. Like, they didn't even contest it. Come on, man. Like, if y'all want to blame a young kid who had 6 turnovers and had probably the worst game of his career, then I don't know what to tell you. We didn't lose it because of him. By the way, we could have knocked down a 3 to save our life. We kept making little runs, but this is what I hate about the Lakers offense. Again, we settle too much. We're too predictable, and we're not knocking down our threes. We got to do other things, man. Set screens, move without the basketball, cut, make the right passes. We're not doing anything but just jacking up threes at the end of shot clocks and missing everything. Very predictable and very easy for defenses, especially good defenses like Milwaukee's, to guard. It's ridiculous, man, to be honest with you. But Brittany's right. Dennis Schroder did disgust me with his play tonight. His body language, sometimes I feel like Dennis is just too cool. Like, he just, like, even when he comes up off of the screens, he doesn't really set his feet up quickly to get that shot off. That's what irritates me. Like, he pump fakes it, takes his sweet time, hands it off to somebody, then expects it back, then goes off to the – like, basically, the whole defense can lock in. All 5 of them can lock in on one player because they know he's not really going to do anything with it. That's bad. You can't be a cool customer, especially when you're going up against a team like Milwaukee. They're a good team. Forget the record. They're a good team. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous, man. He wants his money. Well, moping around isn't going to get him paid. That's for sure. If he continues to mope around, man. Dan, why do you like Schroder? Because I like his potential. And earlier in the season, a lot of his flaws were covered up because LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Him as a 3rd or 4th option, a lot better than him as a number 1 option. He's not a number 1, that's for sure. I think Mark Jackson called it best. He expects a lot more from him. He could easily be averaging 20 points a game, and he's not. He's not, and that's what we need. We need an aggressive Dennis. He needs to set the table, but he won't. He won't. He's just a cool customer, And the turnovers just drive me nuts. He's the lead guard. He handles the ball the most, and some of the turnovers are super, super, super petty. I'm just like, man. He said, how bad is he hurt, bro? Please tell me he's not bad. Well, X-rays were negative. We're still waiting to hear on any updates. We don't know if he's probably going to miss a game or 2. I mean, it's a toe contusion. That's super painful. Google it. If you guys don't know what it is, Google it. So you can know exactly what it is. But look, we got Sacramento coming up. Then we got the LA Clippers. I'm not looking forward to that game, especially since we're injured. Then we got Toronto. We got Miami. We got Brooklyn. Toronto, that should be a dub. Sacramento should be a dub, but I don't know, man. The way we've been playing, I don't know. The Clippers, obviously, they're the favorites because they're healthy and we're not. Then we got Miami. That's going to be tough. Brooklyn, that's going to be tough. The New York Knicks going to be tough. Charlotte, tough. All tough games. If we can get out of these next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, out of these 7 games, if we can get 2, that's huge. You know what I'm saying? If we can get 2, you know? Bro, what was that? Lakers didn't come out here to win. That's what that was. You know, that's what that was. Lakers didn't come out here to win. We came out here, played 1 quarter, and then mailed it in for the rest of the game. We played stupid, man, to be honest with you. We turned the ball over. We settled for stupid 3-point shots. The coaching rotations were off. Mark didn't even get playing time. I told you I was looking forward to seeing him off the bench. He got garbage minutes in the 4th. I thought he was injured or something the way he didn't play. I was like, oh, my goodness, man. Coach doesn't not know how to use his size sometimes. Or I don't know if he likes to play dumb or what, but we let Marc Gasol abuse us. He even had a poster dunk on us. You know, those were minutes that would have been perfect for Mark. Like, I don't get why coach is not a situational coach and he doesn't match up to the opponents, right? If the opposition is really big, he doesn't care. He's still going to go with Markieff at the 5. I'm like, what? That's why we get exposed a lot. A lot. This is hilarious, guys. This is hilarious. So I had posted earlier that I hated James Harden because he's always getting stupid calls, right? That's not skill. And Bleacher Report removed that video from my profile. I think this is hilarious. Wow. They really protect their star players, don't they? The NBA, I'm telling you. But that's what I'm saying, man. It's ridiculous, man. Frank Vogel says he will be reevaluated tomorrow. Frank Vogel's about to get reevaluated tomorrow, so that's not good at all. That's not good at all, man. At all. If we lose this cat on game 1, oh my goodness. Imagine if we lose this guy game 1 of the season and he's done for the year. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tell you what, man. Oh my goodness. Like if we seriously lose Andre Drummond and we continue with these injuries, it's a wrap, guys. We need a healthy team to win a championship. We can't win a championship without a healthy team, you know? Period. If Drummond is done, he's done. If Drummond is done, we done, man. And look at these Brooklyn fans. They're so happy. That's how you know they're trash. They get happy with they get happy when injuries occur. That's how you know they're trash. Trenash. Get out of here. Trash. Then what happened with James Harden? He hugged somebody's arm like, you know, the wussy he is, and he shot his arms up in the air and got the foul call like always, you know, and these Harden fans are just as soft as he is, man. Just as soft as he is. Seriously. But I just think, you know what? Again, the Lakers having a bad year, man, injury-wise, it's not going good for us. It's not. You know, again, if this guy has to be reevaluated tomorrow and he ends up needing to have some sort of a surgery or he's out for the season, that's going to be, that's a no-go for me, man. I'm not going to be happy about that. My man said, tough L for the Lakers. Worst part was Drummond going down health first. Yeah, man, that basically spoiled my night. But you know what else spoiled my night? When I see Dennis Schroder out here handing the ball to Drew Holiday right under a basket for layup. That's when I knew the game was over. I was like, oh, man, look at this stuff, man. The body language is horrible. Like, seriously. He said, Dan, we got too overconfident. We have to play the killer instinct that the championship Kobe mentality, like Cobra Kai, no mercy. He said, we will be a force to be reckoned with. I called it early, man, from the beginning of the season. I said, these are horrible habits the Lakers are having. A lot of fans tell me, Dan, you're overreacting. We'll be fine, blah, blah, blah. I said, you build bad habits, it's going to come back to bite you. I don't know if you guys were here for that, but I called it here first, man. Those bad habits have translated over, especially are here very, very evident with all these injuries. You see all these bad habits, the lackadaisical play, you know, the dumb turnovers, missed free throws, not getting back in transition, not communicated on defense, just bad habits. Those aren't championship habits. You got to get rid of those. If you can't get rid of those, you're not going to win a championship. You got to kill those bad habits. what the difference between last year's team and this year's team is that last year we were more disciplined, especially defensively. But even on the offensive end, we were a lot more disciplined. Again, LeBron James disguises a lot of your offensive weaknesses because he himself is an offensive juggernaut. That's why he's the MVP. You know, we went from being a top team in the West to sliding down and struggling to even win. If that doesn't tell you LeBron's an MVP, I don't know what does. He said, I didn't think he was a big signing anyway. No big loss once everyone comes back. Drummond's a big signing. He showed it in the first quarter, man. Team was shooting confidently. He even blocked a shot. You know, he even had a layup in that quarter. I mean, he looked nice. It's just, again, the rotations were stupid to me. Why take out Drummond with 5 minutes left in the first quarter? At least play him to the 2-minute mark. You know, the way I would have played him, if he's really out of shape or whatever, which he said he wasn't, I would have took him out like at the 2-minute mark and then put him back in at the 8-minute mark. Like, come on, just buy him some time. We need as much rim protection from that position as we can get. And by the way, they were doing an excellent job. Giannis was held to 2 points, I think, in the first half or something like, or in the first quarter and a half. A lot of it has to do with Drummond clogging up the lane. Trust me. It might not show on a stat sheet. He only had 1 rebound, but just him being there, caused even Middleton to miss layups. I've seen it. He was making an impact. And the thing is, offensively, we were forcing the ball down low to him. And obviously, with no AD, no LeBron, everybody collapsed on him. So he was getting block shots and turnovers and stuff like that. But we will make the adjustment if he comes back healthy. I really hope, man. I hope that he's not injured like severely. I hope he can come back and be effective within the next couple of days. I really do. We need shooting. It's just the shots we take aren't very smart. It's like if you're like 0 for 5 from beyond the arc, your next shot should be in the paint. 0 for 3 even. You know what I'm saying? We got to take higher efficiency shots. My man said Vogel can't coach. Now, Frank Vogel's a great defensive coach, but offensively in the half court, it's non-existent. And I don't know why Jason Kidd or somebody doesn't step up and take the reins there on the offensive end. Or maybe they're just not listening to players. I don't know. But we look lost out there offensively. Just look. Every time we get into a half-court set, we're not pushing the pace. There's no sense of urgency. The Lakers just settle for 3-point shots or at the end of the shot clock, a percentage buster shots that aren't good, man. They're not good. And yes, it doesn't hurt. It hurts a lot to have a starting shooting guard that only gives you 2 points. And by the way, did those points come at the free throw line? Jesus, man. It's all bad. It's all bad right now for the Lakers. But you know what? One day at a time, Laker Nation. Let's hope that the update coming out of tomorrow is a positive one. Frank Vogel said his toe's really bothering him. So, damn, how can you get injured like that in your first game? Just the luck, man. The luck. He said, if Dennis had the mindset of Trez, he would be a demon. He plays hard when he wants. There was one game, was it versus Cleveland or Orlando, where he balled out. We don't win that game without him, I think Julian is right. He says Dennis is a role player, not a star. Yeah, that's why when a lot of people said he's an all-star, that I was wrong for calling him a starting caliber player barely or better off as a six-man. I told him, look, in the West, he's not going to be a star. He's not going to be an all-star on this team either. So what we need from him is just consistency. He doesn't give you that. He doesn't give you consistency. He don't give you, KCP, I'm at a loss for words. I've never seen a player fall off the cliff of the face of the earth like that. Never in my life have I seen a player. He fell off, guys. What happened to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope? Did he come out in Space Jams 2 and his powers were stolen and he hasn't recuperated them or something? What's going on, man? This man can't hit a jump shot. He can't even hit free throws. He turns the ball over. His defense is very, very shoddy. It's not good. I'd be lost watching him play. It's like we're playing 5-on-4 sometimes. That's what it feels like. And the only thing I am disappointed in is that, with KCP, we weren't able to trade him away. I wanted him traded at the deadline. I completely lost faith in him. And for me to lose faith in a Lakers player, it takes a lot. So there's been a lot. The only way he'll get my faith back is if he balls out in the playoffs or something. But other than that, man, KCP, seriously. Trez been consistent for sure. Montrezl Harrell has been the most consistent player on the Lakers, man, since LeBron went down. Trez is the heart and soul, man. He continues to impress. However, he can't really, defensively, there's only so much he can do at his size. At his size, there's not much he can do, man. KCP looks like Lamar Odom. He should get drug tested. Oh no, we're not gonna talk about Lamar Odom, man. No, 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 no. That's a Laker for life, bro. We're gonna put some respect on his name. He said, I would give up all these Laker guards for Stephen Curry or Devin Booker. Yeah, but they won't. They won't give you that, man. That right there is a prayer and a half. Again, we got to stop this whole Steph Curry stuff. I don't believe it. It's not gonna happen. Trust me. Lakers need a whole new backcourt. I do believe he's about to get traded. I believe KCP in the offseason is gone the way he's played. I think they tried this trade deadline, but I don't think teams registered too much interest. Let's hope he has a nice little run in the postseason. Drummond might be out for a few games. You know what, man? That's actually wishful thinking. I hope Drummond comes back in a few games because I would hate for him to be out longer than necessary. Like, we need him. I really wanted him to be there for the Clippers game. I mean, that's going to change everything in the paint if we don't have him. We're going to get abused in the paint by Serge Ibaka, Zubats, and Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? If we have him, at least tonight, I think was a perfect example. You know, hoop heads know this. He made an impact in that. Forget about the numbers. What do you have? 4 points, a block, a rebound. Forget about the numbers. The numbers are non-existent. He made an impact in that first quarter. I saw the game slow down. Normally, we're out here struggling. Everybody's walking in the paint, getting all these transition buckets. Giannis was held to 2 points. That's huge to me. And that's what I can expect to get from him. Forget about the numbers. He'll get us the rebound and all that once he gets his feet wet and comfortable. Told you guys, don't expect too much from him game one. He hasn't played in a couple of months. It showed, you know. He got blocked and all this. I do believe part of that was due to the toenail was bothering him or whatever. But like I said, that first quarter, it was a positive note. The whole game wasn't a negative note. That first quarter was great, man. Guys came out here shooting lights out because they felt like they had a big man under there that could potentially catch their rebounds if they missed. That doesn't happen. If you've ever played hoops, you know. If you got a 7-footer under there that's good at getting rebounds and maybe giving you second chance points or more looks at the basket, you're going to shoot it with confidence because you're not as afraid of missing and getting back in transition as when you don't have nobody there to rebound and you know they're going to run right back. It's different, man. It's a mental game sometimes. And so we looked a lot better when we had him in there shooting-wise. And, again, we try to force the ball way too much to him at times where the whole defense just collapsed. There was one good play by Dennis to him where it was pick and roll. And he dropped it off, and, of course, my man finished. You know, he's very, very soft touch around the basket. But outside of that, like every offensive play he had, it just looked like the defense was collapsing on him. So the fact that he was even able to get to the free throw line, which he missed, was a plus. But again, the two pluses I saw tonight were the big men. Was Andre Drummond. He's going to make an impact when he's healthy. Montrezl Harrell continues to be efficient, and Mark looked great off the bench in limited minutes. I can take those three positives and live with him. We lost to Milwaukee. It's one game. Boo-hoo. They had all their stars. Jrue Holiday looked great. He cooked. Dennis Schroder. You know, obviously, Giannis did what he had to do with the help of the refs, of course. And then Chris Middleton's as smooth as ever. So it was 3 versus none. 3 stars versus no stars. And that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Life dealt us an injury bug, and we have to deal with it, man. At least we already got a championship under the belt. That's why I feel still good about my team. We got a championship under the belt. Whatever happens now is a bonus. But we need to get healthy. Unpopular opinion, the Lakers should have traded for Lowry. That is a very unpopular opinion. But you know what? Lowry hasn't even played much. You know, he's been injured, I think, a game or two, and he had like 11 points one game, so he really wouldn't have solved nothing. I mean, he would have helped us. I'll give you this. He would have helped us get into our sets more, but I don't like that trade. Dennis has been good and bad this season. I'll take that. Hopefully KCP comes back mentally, and THC just has to go back to the way he started the season, and we'll be fine. We'll get more production out of those three than Kyle Lowry. I look at production from the guards. Now, tonight, it was trash, man. Like I said, not happy with what Dennis did. I was upset with THC's turnovers, and Caruso was not good either. Like nobody at the guard position was good. If you had to, I guess, mention a bright spot, it'd have to be Wesley Matthews. He was shooting a little bit better and played some solid defense. But that's it. Drummond was making good screens, but our guards couldn't finish at the rim, unfortunately. He definitely makes a difference. Oh, yeah, David. Anybody that knows basketball knows he will make a difference. We saw a little glimpse. It's a tiny little sample. You know, I mean, you can't take too much out of that. But I did see that the energy switched up. Just even the shooting was more confident. You know? Even the shooting was way more confident. But I'm going to tell you this. When you're really going to see Drummond really be impactful on the offensive end, it's going to be when AD and LeBron come back. Because those two are going to draw so much attention that they won't be able to game plan for Drummond and send double teams and try to rip it out of his hands. Now he's going to use his explosion and his quick first step to get past bigs and finish at the rim. You know, then he's going to be able to really exploit mismatches. And then it's when we're going to see him, you know, grabbing rebounds. Him and AD are going to be a terror on the glass. I promise you that. And I actually, like I said, Coach better start giving Marcus Gasol minutes off the bench because he's going to be solid for us. I think him and Trez need to, you know, be our two guys off the bench so we could fully, you know, flex our big man depth. We got to do that. Everybody else using their bigs. Why can't we? Jennifer said Brook Lopez stepped on Andre's foot and injured him. Damn it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm upset about that as well. But, you know, what can we do? All season long, we've been dealing with this BS. He said our trade targets should have been Terrence Ross and Victor Oladipo, not Kyle Lowry. I agree with you, bro. I see you're thinking along the lines. Everybody else is just a prisoner of the moment, and they buy anything ESPN says. Anybody who's still crying about Lowry hasn't done anything impressive on Toronto. Last I checked, they have a losing record. So how are you going to add a loser to a losing team and expect them to make a big difference? Like, no, we needed a big man. We addressed it. Unfortunately, he went down with injury too early, man. Too early to say anything. But I do appreciate your comment, man, because a lot of people they lack that knowledge. My man said, I'm done with Caruso and KCP IDGAF. That's tough, man. It's tough to root for the. Well, Caruso hasn't been as bad as KCP, but still, he hasn't been as good as he was last season. That's for sure. Brittany said, Vogel's rotations leave me scratching my head. Absolutely. You just never know what to expect with Coach. One day he plays this player, next day he plays this player. It's like, come on, man. We need some consistency. We need to know, okay, it's the 8-minute mark in the second quarter. Now the bench is going to come in. Like, bro, like have like a calculated time, or just if you need to be an on-the-fly coach, just make the right decisions. Like I said, when Drummond went to the bench, we were getting killed with their size. Remember, Milwaukee's one of the biggest teams in the league. So it would have been a perfect time to utilize Mark off the bench. And what does Coach do? Nope. He goes with Markieff and Trez, and they get exploited. You know, yeah, we even got posterized by stupid-ass Brook Lopez. Like, seriously. I didn't even know the guy could still dunk. Giraffe head ass out here, man, just stretching out and dunking on us. I was mad. But, again, that's on Coach, not making the proper adjustments. We can't leave Trez on Brook. He's going to eat. Yes, the giraffe can eat if he has a mismatch, size-wise. It's a Drummond injury day-to-day, Dan. That's good. That's good news. Day-to-day, I like the sound of that. I don't want month-to-month. You know? I don't want to be on one of these cable plans with our brand new center. Day-to-day sounds just A-okay with me. It's just tough, man. He said, we need a sniper ASAP. For some reason, man, players are allergic to the Lakers. They come in here as shooters, and they leave as brick artists, like Danny Green. And then they go somewhere else, and now they start hitting shots. It's ridiculous, man. They can't take the limelight. It's too much stars out here for them. You know, they're not made for it. Appreciate it, Jose. He said, Dan, I know we got one of the best leaders in the NBA today, and this team has strong chemistry. But some dudes really haven't shared the court enough this season. I'm a little nervous. Will it be okay? I can't answer that, man, because injuries have plagued us, brother. And I don't want to make it as an excuse, but guys just have to step up. It's that simple. You know, it's a long season. Last I checked, we're still above 500. We're still in the playoff run and the playoff hunt. It's not time to panic. If we were like 9th in the West, okay, every game means that much more. But I will say this, Dallas won tonight, and they're starting to creep up in the standings as well as other teams. They're starting to close that gap. So the Lakers could slide even further down. The last thing we want is for LeBron and AD to come in right before the playoffs, and now we have to jockey for one of those play-in tournament positions. I don't want that. I don't want that, you know? So I really hope that the Lakers can turn things around quicker and learn how to win without these guys. This next game versus the Kings is going to be crucial. Believe it or not, like that could be a game that confidence builder, team chemistry builder, and sets us on the right path for the next couple of tough games. Or we can lose it in stride and continue to free fall again without a big, solid big man in the paint like Drummond if he's injured for a couple of days. So we're shooting horribly. I'll give you that. But our offense isn't flowing. Like some of these shots are forced. 29%, that's atrocious. We shouldn't be shooting threes. If I was coach, I'd say, I don't want a single three. I don't want a single three from you guys till you start shooting over 30%. You know? Like, I don't know, man. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with this team. But that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be on live with Big Baby Jonathan tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys want to hear us talk more about this game and potentially the future of the Lakers with Drummond and everything, tune in, guys. Should be interesting. I'll see you guys then if you do tune in. Let me read the last comment because my man donated. He said, bench KCP, start Matthews. It seems simple, doesn't it, Jesse? It seems like that's something that is a no-brainer, right? But this coaching staff is weird. Like I said, KCP has a lifetime membership to the starting lineup. I don't know why. I don't know where, and I don't know when it's going to change. But we need to switch it up, man, for real. So I don't care who. But thanks so much, guys. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love, Laker Nation. Got to stay strong, man. We continue to battle that injury bug, but, you know, we are one nation under the purple and gold, man. So let's get it. You know, prayers up for Andre Drummond. Let's get him back because I really want to see what he can really do in consistent minutes and hopefully, you know, things get better for us. But have a great night, guys. I hope to see you there tomorrow at 2 p.m. on his channel, Big Baby Jonathan Sport Podcast. And we'll talk Lakers then.